Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
All praises, all honor, all glory to the supreme intellect of the universe. Yah, our forefathers, Yah, Abraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov. Let's all rise and face the east and give glory to the Most High.
Praise to the Most High God, our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jehovah, come before you. Thank you for life, health, and strength. Thank you for this day to be amongst the living with the rest of life still in us and in our families and in our loved ones. So we thank you for that. We thank you for even being able to come here today, one of the places that we worship you, to reverence you, to learn and be amongst the brothers, and also to clean and put in our work. The brothers are cleaning upstairs. We thank you for the mindset to do and to build and to be innovative in your way in this day and time in 2019, where a lot of people are going left. We strive to be closer and more nigh to you. So as we be here today and learn, we ask that you open our minds, open up our hearts, bless our spirits to receive your word in your holy name. We say amen. Hallelujah.
Amen. Hallelujah. Praise mighty Yah. Everyone may be seated and turn our phones on blind braid or. All right. Today is not going to be a lengthy Torah lesson, but it's going to be something that I'm utilizing to establish teachers, right? Everybody asks questions. Like I got a question today from a brother, Tidar, one of the brothers I study with, and he asked me, do I study Kabbalah? And I told him no. I said, I studied everything, but I don't study Kabbalah. I said, but the reason why, because, and I'm the walking Kabbalah. And what does that mean? That you don't need interpretations for you. You create your own interpretations. The way things happen to you is not how it happens to everybody in life. See, Shema Yisrael, Shomer HaTorah, or the groups, parts of Goshen, we're not about dictating what a person thinks. That's evil. When somebody tells you that this story means this, and that's all it means, then they're dictating how you think. Right? What's your favorite number? What's your favorite number? What's your favorite number? All right. 7, why 7? Do you know? All right. 7 is the creative, is the number of all creation. It's the manifestation and the completion of creation. I know that sounds basic biblical, but it's not. You have seven lights in the rays of the sun. When the sun or light hits the prism, if you reflect it in the prism, 7 different rays come out, right? There's 7 is all riddled throughout all of this, the continents, all of this stuff. Everything is matched with 7. There's 7 chakras. There's 7 this. It is the manifestation about completion. So everybody is searching for completion in yourself. These two individuals are searching for completion and perfection, right? 12 is the combination of creative duality. You search for creativeness, but you want a union to help you make that creativeness. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I want it, but I don't want to do it. I want my boo to ride with me, and we doing it together. You understand? These things mean something. What's your color? Black. What's your color? Red. What's your color? Red. All right. So now you're seeing the combination. Everybody's a combination of each other. You see how you start to just ask simple questions. Everybody's a combination of each other. You said red. Red is passionate. You know what I mean? You desire much, but you're very aggressive at what you want. You're tenacious about it, but you're impulsive. Sometimes you don't completely think out your stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Black is more of something that is hiding. Like it's a secrecy. It's like I am, but I want you to explore me. It's like a darkness that I'm not revealing everything to you, but you will figure it out. You understand what I'm saying? And then it leads to our sides of our minds of how we play, because the shadow of itself represents, sometimes black represents the villain inside of you. Because we have to have balance, right? You ever been watching a movie and you seen the villain in the movie, and you like, oh, the villain's bad. I wish I was the villain. Because everybody has that darkness, because there's no complete right or wrong in some things, right? Pinchas, the priest, right? Phineas, if you read it in English, Phineas, he seen 2 people having sex. He came through the tent walked past Moses and Aaron, overthrew judgment, and just stabbed him in the back. That was darkness. That was the villain, but it was a righteous villain. See, you need balance. Anybody remember Star Wars with Yoda and them were teaching Anakin how to and Obi-Wan Kenobi teaching Anakin how to come before the Congress and the elders and bring forth your information and make sure everybody comes to judgment and justice. And then they said, we want to send you on a mission. He said, what's the mission? Kill the ambassador. Kill Senator Palpatine, kill Palpatine. And he said, well, we ain't gonna bring him to justice. He said, I don't need justice. This one don't need justice. It don't need that. See, because everything deals with a balance. And see, and that's the thing. When we go into the aspect of knowledge and good and evil, we're searching for balance. We need both of them to find out where we're going. Some things follow the rules and certain things don't. But in conventional aspects and traditions, we must follow the rules. So now, when I tell you about me being a Kabbalah, you are too. Meaning Kabbalah means to receive. How do you receive the book? You might not receive it like this, brother. Why y'all arguing over the same thing or arguing about something and how you receive it, and everybody sees it different? Well, you might be at a different level than him. He might be at a different level than you. Y'all see things different. Anybody had a relationship 5 years ago or had a woman that if they thought that they were the person today, they were still having? Because you're different. You see things different. You're growing. Your whole life is a struggle in to find stuff. All right, so one of the things I want to focus on in learning about the Torah, and I'm going to go into the Torah, is Hebrew. Hebrew's number one. I don't suggest anybody teach anybody nothing unless you learn the language. And we had our generation. Some generations know this. This is the generation of knowing. You don't know certain things, it's because you choose to be ignorant. That means you're distracted. You're focused on the shadim. The shadim is the demons. That's the Hebrew word for demons. Shadim. Shadim comes from the word shad, which means breast. Whatever you nurture or pacify yourself with is going to be what distracts you from doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're always on the phone, you're always doing this, them demons, because you're comfortable with it. You're pacifying yourself with whatever it is, distracting you from, get off that breast and create. You get what I'm saying? So this is the thing that we have to get into, and it deals with the impulsive nature because sometimes we're so impulsive. So Hebrew is the language. You got to know languages, and then you got to learn surrounding languages around the Hebrew because Hebrew is just not important by itself because you're going to pick up a dictionary and a Jewish man going to tell you that this means this. And you're like, okay, that's cool, that's cool. I'm going to show you. Yeah, Hebrew, this deep, man. Yeah, lev means heart. Got a good heart. The lave is the Hebrew word. Man, glad I'm into this Hebrew. I'm deep now. No, it's not what it means. Lave don't mean no heart. It means enclosed area. It means the house that's guided, a guided house. Let me show this the right one. All right. I'm going to go in the ancient Hebrew pictograph. This is a lamed, right? And this is a house. This is a tent plan. This is a lamed. Ancient lamed is an upside down shepherd staff, right? A house is basically divided into two forms. Tents in ancient times were divided into two places. You had the masculine side and the feminine side. So it's a collective consciousness. It's something that guides the duality. There's two aspects. Even the heart. The heart can be anything. The house can be anything. There's something that guides the two sides, right? So it's talking about an enclosed area. It's protected. So it's really enclosure, lavav, or lave. The pineal gland, the brain has this enclosed aspect. The heart is enclosed inside of your ribs and everything else. These things function together. Your stomach is enclosed. All things are function together. Each three of these have brains because they guide you. They're houses that guide you. So the heart is not what you think it is. See, the ancient Egyptians thought the brain didn't mean nothing, so they'll take it out the body because they thought everything was in the heart. No, it's a system. Your spine has a brain in it. Your spine be able to react. If somebody threw something at you and your arm had to send a signal to your spine, to your brain, and send it back to your thing, would you have cut that ball? No. It has natural neurons that fire off and start moving. It intercepts certain things like we need priority now. And your brain is predicting everything. Your brain predicts everything. That's why your brain is the hardest thing to convince. Your mind is the hardest thing to convince. It's not your heart, and not the gut. Your gut tell you something. You ever felt something was bad in the pit of your stomach? You're like, something's bad. And you try to convince yourself nothing bad, everything good. Or your heart start picking up and stuff. You know what I mean? You ever felt something, your hair starts standing. Your body know what's going on. You just don't know what's going on. So your body is prepared, but your brain is so smart. A pitcher throws a ball, right? You throw the ball is coming. These eyes see the ball, relay a message to the brain, then goes down and tells the body what to do to the ball. But in truth, it can't function like that in real time. So what does it do? It begins to predict where the ball is going, predict what things are starting to happen. So the brain is like, yo, my ninja, I've been predicting my whole life. You can't tell me nothing. So even when you're trying to change, it's hard for you to change because your brain is telling you, we've been good this whole time, bro. We all right. What are you trying to do to me now? I want to change you, man. I want to change you, man. Man, I've been guiding your house. I've been guiding when you've been dwelling for the longest. You think you want to be the guider now? You want to be the one that guides me? And that's the thing. Yes, we do. Because we've been tricked. Our brain is not us. It's not. It's not. Because it's a victim to whisperers. What is the whisperer? The Nakash, the serpent. The serpent. When you was younger. You ever seen parents when they was younger, they tell one child, anybody got brothers and sisters? Even the best parents make sure that you know what child the cute one, right? I mean, realistic, right? They'll let the cute child, you my model. You my this. So what the other children thinking? They ugly. That didn't come from the world. That came from your parent. Oh, baby, you so beautiful. You got me wrapped around your fingers. Right? So I'm gonna go on because I'm not gonna take too long, but this is what it's about, man. This camp's supposed to be like this every day. You don't have to be here every day, but it's supposed to be a learning center where not that we're learning knowledge and just learning, we're creating knowledge. There's a difference. You can learn all the knowledge in the world. The difference between you and the white man is the white man took your Bible and made science out of it, and they led you. They know everything. They know everything. They took your Bible. We want to clone. How can we do that? How can we clone? How can we clone? You ready? Where you get them from? The rib. They take cells out of the rib. They looking at your stuff and they showing you how deep it is. But they say you in the religion. Yeah, because we into the dumbness of the Bible. You don't know. Why did God take from the rib? I don't know, Billy. Just worship God. God is good. Yeah, man. Yeah. What's the Garden of Eden? I don't know. It's a happy place. What was this? What was that? We don't know. We don't care because religion teaches us don't question God. Moses questioned God. Abraham questioned God. Every man questioned God. We're supposed to be here making inventions, manufacturing stuff on another level. Because, yeah, science is faulty in a way, but it ain't completely faulty. They're tricking you. They give you certain things. Do you know your phone that you have, the iPhone X? That's 6 years ago model. They already got the other models out. They 10 years ahead of you. They're playing games with you. When are we going to get above the curve? It's when we start studying, start seeing things different. We start seeing things different. So Hebrew, I would stress that. I don't care what you do. You better put that first. Do the law first, but Hebrew is supposed to be the because you're not going to understand the law without the Hebrew. You're going to do it the way you want to do it because it's the best you can do it. They say, tell Baron. You say, oh, you can't just talk about people. They say, don't go up and down like a solicitor, like a salesperson. That stuff, you know what I mean? I told them that. You selling it to them. You trying to force an idea on them that they're not familiar with. So these are the concepts. So now you start to be aware of stuff and you start to step away. Next step, when you study, when you learn the Hebrew, start studying names. Even if you don't know the Hebrew, go into the names. Go into the names. Go into the names. Anybody ever heard of this person? Abishag. No, not Abishag. Abishag. She was brought to a king to do something. King David, when he was dying, they said, get him a young woman to warm him up. Put a little spark in his heart. Abishag. But she couldn't have, this ain't her name though. This is her name in the story though, but this can't be her name. Because somebody wanted her. Who wanted her? Which son wanted her? Which one? Hmm? Adonia. Yah's my Lord, right? Or Yah's my governor. What does her name mean? That's the question. Because he possibly, and the sister, I was speaking to a sister, and we built together, and she was telling me this, and this breakdown it blew my mind. That's why it's always good to have people around you that's intelligent. Don't put stupid people around you. If you got people around you that's stupid, reject them in their life. Look them in their eyes. Are you going to be beneficial to me or not? Nah, you're not, bro. I can't be with you. Here, I'll let you go. Here, well, no, I need you. Here, take my check. I'll see you later. Just pay him. Leave me alone. You don't need them. Abishag. Abi, my father. Shag, from the word Shagaga, which means error. My father's error. Adonia named it that. That's what in his mind he had seen it. Because he's like, my father didn't even sleep with that bad chick. She a bad boy. He bad, man. He messed up. That's my mama messed up. Now that girl, nobody can get with her because she's supposed to be the king wife, but he never even slept with her. See? Now you start to see the story. Now you get the story. You get the story when you know what the names mean. If you don't know what the names mean, if you're not asking yourself what the names mean, then you're not reading the story. Because they're not names. They're epithets. They're titles. That's why people are like, I don't see Abishag, and I'm looking for some names of Abishag in the dirt, and I don't see it because that's not what you're looking for. These are titles. These are titles. Some of these are real names, but some of them are not. Most of them are not. Moshe, what that mean? What about the what? Drawn from the water. Ben means son of, but it also means like the midst of or the middle of. So we use keep that in mind. Midst of. Anybody know what the Hebrew word is? Ram. Anybody know what Ram means? Sorry, y'all. I was born left-handed, and my mother made me right-handed. I just switched back to my left hand, so bear with me. All right. It had psychological. It had psychological problem. It threw me off, bro. And there's certain things that I had to correct. So I knew I had something told me, like the spirit told me to change my hand back. And don't never change your child's hand. Never do that because they're working off the weaker side of their brain. It'll mess them up. All right. So Moshe drawn from water, people exalted. Hebrew is backwards, right? Because sometimes the noun comes before the verb. Or sometimes most of the time the verb comes before the noun. But sometimes you start to see it reverse. Drawn from the water, the exalted people. Y'all didn't get that, did you? Drew from the water, the exalted people. I'm asking you, what is that? How does it make sense to you? All right, I'm gonna stop the lesson until you make sense. And I'm not saying I'm not shooting anybody down. I want you to start thinking. Who's that? Who's the exalted people? Israel. He drew them from the water? Why didn't he? What did he do? He walked them through the Red Sea. He walked them through the Red Sea. He drew the exalted people from the water. His name is telling you what he's done. Yeah. But his pops was named Amram. But the funny thing about it, your life plays out with your name. Everything is scripted. That's why it's called scriptures. Your life is scripted. It's scripted. Your life is scripted. So pay attention to names. Land. Let me show you the importance of land sociologically. We Hebrews, right? Are Hebrews in New York different than Hebrews in Mississippi? Shouldn't be, but are they? Why? Their location, social influence. So now you know sociology. You don't basic sociology. That's just simple. Land, the environment influences the people, right? If they're in a place and it has a name, more than likely that name is talking about the psychological aspect or the psyche of the people. Yeah. Mitzrayim. What does that mean? Troubled, struggling, troubled. So they had problematic minds. They were going through trouble. They were going through misery. Right? Canaan means merchant. So now you know the city of Canaan is a capitalistic society. It's about merchandise. That's all they doing. They don't care about nothing else. Everything's about merchandise because it's the connector from Europe to Asia to Africa. It's about merchandise. Yeah, it's about trade. It's about all of these things. We have to understand that stuff, right? So land is important. Numbers. We just spoke of numbers. Once you start to have these things, this is the basic. I didn't go in deep. Everything. Every time you see something in Hebrew, when you read in the Hebrew, you gotta break it down. When you see a name, stop. Don't read a name and try to understand the story without reading the name. Enoch. How many years Enoch lived? Nope. And this is not, don't worry about it. You can answer. You don't have to know. This is not. See, because a person because he don't answer doesn't mean he's not smart. It just means he probably hasn't studied that recently. See, that's why I don't like about people. People are like, oh, you don't know this, you don't know that. Anybody can ask anybody a question that they've been studying recently and think that they over a person. That doesn't mean nothing. You just took advantage of that, right? So Enoch, the Hebrew word Chanuk. All right, Chanuk means what? Huh? Hold on. Chanuk. What does Chanuk mean? Anybody know? Dedicated. Hey, hallelujah. Dedicated. And also has another meaning. It means dedicated and educated, right? So when you're dedicated to something, you become what? Educated about something. Like today, I was upstairs painting. I realized that one of the chairs up front is only on 3 legs, and it's a main chair. Once you're devoted to something, you become educated on how it works and what's wrong with it. You come in all the time, you start saying, oh, the sink leaking. If you're not here, really, you don't know what's going on here. When you're dedicated to something, you're going to know what needs to be done. That's why it's always important for us to be here, because when you're dedicated, you know, you can start turning around. I've been here, man. I don't like the way this looks. Man, this need to look like that. I'm going to do this right here. I'm going to take $20 out of my check and do this, or do something like, because you're creating, because you're made in the image of God, because you're going to take something that's nothing and you're going to turn it into everything. That's what black people do. We took intestines from a pig and said, We gonna sauce this thing up. This thing about to be flavorful. Give us the trash. Here, take this, nigga. We come back and they like, can I have some? That's what we do, right? We gotta be able to create. So now you got education and dedication, chanuk. Now 365, what does that mean? So more than likely, Enoch was educated in what? The times, the celestial bodies. He was into the universe. The scriptures is talking to you. You don't need all these extra books. You can use extra books because sometimes you need help because we need to understand, because the Bible has idioms that are based on ancient times. We don't understand it. So you do need to get closer by getting other books. But when you start to educate yourself, you learn more and more, right? Let's go to the portion. And that's in the book of Shemot. Shemot. The 10th chapter, verse 1. I'm going to go into the Hebrew. While you're married, Yehovah El Moshe, Bo, El Paro, Ki Ani, Hikadvati, El Lebo, We Et Lev, Wa Abadiah, Wa Lema'an Sheet, O Totaya, Ele Bequedabu, right? All right. That means nothing to anybody, right? Absolutely nothing to nobody. Until you know what I'm saying. While you're married, what does Amar mean? Amar, it can say. It means say. So we say while you're married is future tense, but when you add a wav on the front of it, it reverses. So he said, Yehovah, El Moshe, El, not God, but to Moshe. Bo. What bo mean? Huh? Come or go. It doesn't mean come, but he's saying, but God is ever present. So he says, come, El Paro. El, what we just established is what? To Paro. All right, you guys gotta listen. You gotta listen. You gotta let it hear. Yeah. Key, because if I Hikavati El Lebo. All right, absolutely. All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna get paper towel. All right. So we got the Hikavati. Now I want to show you this. I'm not gonna go deep. I'm not going too far, brothers. But I want y'all to understand. You got a book that's no freaking joke in your hand, and people playing jokes with it, man. I can't stand it. I can't stand. One thing that's gonna piss me off is people playing jokes with this book. You got a book that's gonna make you smart. I'm a dummy, brother. I'm a dummy. And I'm telling you the truth. I'm not brilliant. I'm not smart. I'm not smart anyway. Intelligence is not my key. And I'm not gonna say that, but I wasn't American smart. I wasn't. I went to college. I didn't graduate. I didn't even finish, man. Come on, man. It just wasn't for me. But then when I started studying the scriptures and I started getting deep in it, I started getting a euphoric feeling, man. Like, damn. I was like, damn, I'm getting doped up off the scriptures. I'm starting to see this thing differently because I'm reading in a different language. Now I feel like I'm Indiana Jones and I'm like deciphering codes. I'm a detective. Like, I'm gonna find out what these people are talking in ancient times. And one of the things I wanted to put up here besides numbers, always put yourself in the stead of the author. People ask me why I always burn incense. I burn incense because in my mind, people that was writing this stuff in ancient times were sitting with candles and writing and burning incense, writing the stuff. That's in my mind. That's how I play it out in my mind. I'm like, they're sitting here, so I want to put myself in their place so I can understand what they are or what they're doing. Well, me, this is my coaches, everything. I want to look like that. I want to walk. I don't care. I walk a sheep in the street. I don't care. I want to put myself in their place. People gonna laugh at me. They're gonna do everything they want. I don't care, man. My power is in Yah. Let me tell you something. I know it's live. I don't care. We got brothers in this class. Can you get more women being an intelligent Hebrew scholar or a nigga? Huh? So why would you want to be a scholar, brothers? Let's be real. Let's be real. Let's be real. I'm going to get into that deeper on Shabbat, but it's not saying that that's the goal, but I'm saying there's a reward to everything. If you could be an evil person and get women, or you could be a righteous person and get women. When I first started out, I remember the first time I was with my wife, my first wife. I've been with my first wife 21 years. First time I had a girl on the side, I lied to her. And my mother invited the girl I was talking to on the side to come out to an event that my wife was at. I said, Ema, you are something else. I can't be mad at my mama, you know what I mean? Cause I'm lying. I'm just being up here. I said, you know what? What am I lying for? I'm an Israelite. So I sit there and tell them. And then I tell the girls, they're like, how can I get your number? She's like, yeah, okay, what's up? You got a girl? Yeah, I got a wife. Okay. Yeah, I practice polygamy. You practice polygamy? What does that mean? I got more than one woman. Oh, nigga, bye. I'd be like, hello? I'm the girl you met the other day. Oh, what's up? How you feeling? I just like the fact that you were real. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, they only want you to be real. Why lie? This doesn't make sense. It just causes chaos. Right? Kavati. Heat kavati. Heat? All right. Yeah, I'm going to do it like that. Anyway, that's the script, so if you don't know it, I understand.
That's a dollar,
Yeah.
right?
Heat kavati. I only have to get out the first sentence just to show you how deep this book is. And it says, I shall harden Pharaoh's heart. This is what they tell you in English. These punks are lying, bro. Heat, when you see heat and T, all right, when you see heat on front of the word, it means somebody's forcing it to happen. You're forcing it upon somebody to happen. Kavad is the Hebrew word for glory, honor, or heavy. So when you honor something, you make it like it's heavy. You carrying that thing like you making sure everything is right. That's something that you hold down, like it's heavy upon you. It's heavy upon your heart. When you got your mother, you love your mother. She heavy upon your heart. You make sure, oh, she by herself. I'm going home right now. It's heavy upon. It's something that you weigh. It's something you weigh. This is psychology, right? Now, in Egyptian narratives, I watched Shema. And I seen, like everybody said, oh, the Hebrew, the Egyptian deities inside. I seen that. Okay, it's cool. But they're not. Sometimes we don't go extra because Hikavati is dealing with Ma'at. All right. The Bible is playing in the narrative of the Egyptians because it's in Egypt. When Pharaoh seen the 7 cows is 7 Hathors. Anytime in ancient Egyptian you see 7 cows or 7 Hathors, the cow god, that means somebody about to die, somebody about to give birth. Right? So that means that there's going to be something fruitful that's coming into play, and there's going to be something destructive coming into play. So you automatically know that. So God warned Pharaoh in his own style, in his own language. Baby, I love you too. I'm going to talk to you the way you talk. 7 cows. But sometimes we're so caught up in life, we don't even understand our own messages. We don't understand our own messages. So he said, he kavai T. I made Pharaoh's, and it's T on the end is I. I made Pharaoh's levo, which we seen. We seen the levo, right? I made Pharaoh's heart heavy. Because in ancient Egyptian, when you die, or when you go into the afterlife, they take your heart and they put it on the scale. If it's heavier than the feather of Ma'at, which is truth, then you go into hell. So basically, your stubbornness, my brother, is going to lead you into hell. And then I give you a chance to change yourself, but if you keep on doing it, I'm going to make it like I'm doing it to you now. You ever prayed to God for something and you knew that he didn't give that to you and you thought that God gave me a sign? I knew you was the one for me, boo. And you knew you made that up. You made that up. I begged for this woman. You begged for something. God stopped the sign and said, this woman ain't for you, brother. But you're like, please, God, give me this woman. Make it work out with me, God. I love you, son. I got you. You can have her. But that's going to be a destruction because you prayed on your destruction. Par means bull. Your stubbornness. See, when we look at it, we think we Moses. No, bro, you Pharaoh. How many times you woke up drunk, messed up, talking about, please, God, I ain't going to never do this again. Woo! I ain't going to never do this again, God. Whoa. And then as soon as God help you out, you like, yeah, I ain't saying nothing wrong with drinking and smoking. I'm not tackling that. What I'm saying is what you told God. Pharaoh said, I'll let your people go. It was all good. Bring it back to me. Because that ego was always bringing back. You knew that girl was no good. You know it's no good. You messed me up. But I love you, man. I don't know what it is about you, man. I need you, girl. How many men you been with? How many niggas you got on your phone, man? I love you, man. Come back to me. You put that upon you. So now your heart is so heavy that when it's weighed against truth, it's going to fail. And that's that stubborn aspect of who you are. But that ain't nothing but that's light work, right? That's light work. That's light work. What word is that? Kaved. Kaved. What is that? It's the same word as kavod, glory, honor. There's another thing. Because kavod means heavy, honor, glory. What is this? Why? Come on. You almost there. You almost said, you using words. You got to use the terminology. We said, heavy. Kind of. Why would the liver be called heavy? Because it's the weight. So that would make it what? The heaviest organ in your body. The liver is the heaviest organ inside of your body. Yeah. So what emotion do you think is going on with Pharaoh? What emotion do you think is going on with Pharaoh when he the man and all of a sudden he not the man no more? Yeah, it's a heavy feeling. But what emotion? From what? Anger. What does anger destroy? What part of your body? Huh? Liver. Anytime you suppress your anger, Pharaoh trying to play it cool, but he's pissed off. He pissed off. So anger affects the liver. Anger affects the liver. All that from one sentence? All that science from one sentence? You mean that's what they were writing when they were sitting down there? They were like, I'm going to use Hickavite. Yeah. They knew all, you know what I mean? This just ain't no book, see Dick run, see Dick hide. This is not the book. That's not the book. If you want simple stories, that's not the book. Because it seems simple if you look at it, it's simple, but it's not. It's not. It's powerful. It's powerful. Moses had what that was important? What was his main thing? If you was to dress up like Moses, what's the biggest thing you probably have? Staff. What does that mean? Don't mean nothing, right? Something to hold you up. Support you, right? Support you. So Moses takes this staff. God tells him, he goes to the mountain, he says, take the staff and throw it down and turns it to a serpent. Serpent. Mm-hmm. Before Moses, when the last time you seen the staff? I mean the serpent. Before Moses. Eden story. See, this is science, bro. It's science. You gotta match stuff up. Eden, serpent. Moses, staff, serpent. I don't get it. This is stupid. The people are sick. He said, Moses, make a staff of copper of a serpent. People sick. Sick. Oh, yeah, I'm right backwards, go. Huh? Yep. Adam and Eve. Adam, then there was Seth. Seth was a replacement. Then there's Enos. What's Enos? Okay. Oh, my bad. Just get inside this. Sorry. Left hand. It's my left hand. Enos means. Okay. Sick. Think we on to something, fellas? We might be on to something, right? Maybe. Okay. Dang, I don't know what's going on. Okay. Oh, something happened. What is a serpent? Serpent. Draw the serpent. Okay. Serpent. Damn. 1 second, 2 seconds. We might be on to something, fellas. What does this mean? Ooh, this remind me of something. What does this remind you of? All right. Okay. I didn't tell y'all this, did I? All right. So the serpent, he must have something to do with DNA. Okay. So God told Moses, the next sign he gave, he said, hand. I'm just making this stuff up as I go, bro. I'm making this stuff up as I go. Let's go, man. Let's make it up. Come on, this is science, bro. What we doing? This is a laboratory. What's going on? Okay. I said stem cell from the rib. Stem cell from the rib. All right. Stem cell from the rib. That's how they what? All right. Stem cell from the rib. All right, so God cloned Adam, created Eve, right? He cloned her, she made her, And the serpent came, so the serpent is dealing with, so it's like DNA. You know, DNA starts to create itself, right? You know, I don't know if you know, we went from a prokaryote, then a prokaryote began to swallow up other prokaryotes and create a eukaryote, which is like a cell with a nucleus. So these RNA started swallowing up DNA, and DNA combining, and they eating each other. So they eat minerals, and they started eating minerals, and they started forming bones and stuff. So they started creating itself. So this serpent is something that has a mind of its own that's always here. Right? But something happened. Moses, God gave him a sign. He said, throw the thing down. There goes a serpent. There goes some genetics, DNA. Put your hand out. It's white. Put it back. It's brown. I'm about to protect your people, your race. I'm about to protect your race from another race. And we're about to be a set-aside race so other races don't contaminate it. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's certain things that happen when we start to divide. You got to start matching up stuff. Everything is there. I'm not even going to give you the full answer because I want your brain to start to create these things. Create these things, man. This is all we have to do is just to start to create the things that are in the scriptures so we can understand it. Let's read again. Who got the book? Okay.
And so that I may relate in the ears of your son, and your son's son, that I made a mockery of Egypt, and my sons that I placed among them.
So no matter how high you are, how lofty, how much of a baller you are, you will come crashing down if you don't have a certain amount of information. Go ahead.
That you may know that I am Hashem Yahweh.
Mm-hmm.
And Moshe and Aharon came unto Pharaoh and said unto him,
Mm-hmm.
So said Yahweh,
Mm-hmm.
God of the Hebrews, until when you refuse to be humble before me,
Mm-hmm.
set up my people that they may serve me.
Mm-hmm.
For if you refuse to send forth my people.
Okay. He said Moses and Aaron. Oh, Moses, drawn from water. Okay. Moses, water. Now, when they were going back and forth, they both had a staff, right? Because sometimes Aaron had Moses' staff. So he had a staff. Let's put a staff right here. Right? It's water. That's like fire. I know. I'm sorry. I'm drawing San Francisco. Hold on a second. It's still ain't gonna like water. And I'm an artist. And I'm an artist too. That's really look hard though. All right. So Aaron is intertwinement. So that's water. This is water. Intertwinement up a staff. You know you get enlightenment from your cerebral spinal fluid. Your cerebral spinal fluid, from the base of the cerebral spinal fluid, it starts to pump liquid. It's called cerebral spinal fluid up to the different chambers until it reaches your brain and you reach certain types of euphoria. So everything is about pumping. That's why you can't keep your water stagnant. That's why you exercise. When you exercise, you ever feel high? When you're done, you're like, I feel good. You sit back after you take that shower, you're like, dang, I feel good. Everything feels good because your heart is pumping. Everything is moving. So it's a form of enlightenment. Go to Pharaoh, go to your bullheadedness and reach this enlightenment. Pull down, draw out the water, but water also represents the fear. They're always playing with staff. Staff also represents your tribe. The Hebrew word is metah, or matah. It means staff or tribe. So we're talking about genes. We're talking about preserving the genes and stuff like that, and also preserving other people. So we can bring people into us and then make them us. But we can't go into other people and they make us them. You get what I'm saying? And that's one of the things, we bringing them into our tribe. You understand what I'm saying? We bringing them into who we have knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Continue.
Moses and Aaron came unto Pharaoh and said unto him, So said Jehovah, God of the Hebrews, until when you refuse to be humble before me, send out my people that they may serve me.
Don't say the Most High, the God of the Hebrews. Why do you keep saying the God of the Hebrews?
Distinct separation.
Yeah, okay. Man. Okay. Hebrews, let's go. Mm-hmm. This is pictograph Hebrew. It's God of the Hebrews. It's not olive. What is that? How you say I in Hebrew? Ayin. Ayin. What is this? House. Yep, tent house. Yep. Head of men. Yeah, head. Or men. Yeah. X marks the spot. It's like a sign. Huh? That's towel. Ivrit. All right. Eyes observing the head of the household, or the men of the household is observing the people of a certain group, right? Observing the people of a certain group, and it's marking them. Now, what do Hebrews do? When you're nomadic, you're able to identify certain people in different groups. Each person have different problems. If I live in the desert, what's one of my problems? If I live in the jungle, what's one of my problems? Dry land. If I live in Alaska, what's one of my problems? All right. So if you put all that together, you start to figure out how people survive anyhow. They come up with all type of ideas in different ways that'll make you what? More educated. Once you start traveling and going, see, we only understand the Torah from American perspective. We don't know what the hell none of this is saying. We don't know what it is saying. You damn right you look stupid talking about 2 wives in Brooklyn. I got 4 wives. Yeah, what do you mean? I just got 4 wives. It looks stupid, right? Because it's out of culture. It doesn't make sense. See, people don't, because they haven't been there. When you say, I have 4 wives and they've been to India or they've been somewhere else, they're like, oh, yeah, I've seen that before. Yeah, that's common. Yes, I've seen that before. So they start to have open mind. God made you a traveler. Because the travelers had all the information, they had all the goods. And then when you wanted a kingdom, he said, dang, I don't want you to have a kingdom. I like what you're doing, but you want to have a king? Because usually, in order to form a kingdom, you have to have war. Because what war does is if you have tribes and you're a group of, let's say you're a group of Hebrews with 12 tribes, when somebody's waging war, it starts to centralize your government. So now you're being forced into a central location to establish a kingdom. A kingdom is access to war. So now when we went into the land of Canaan, of course we had to go to war in order to come together. You don't know what you're asking for. God knows all of this. So now I'm going to give you a land where everybody got to pass through. Since you're not going to travel no more, I'm going to give you the land everybody go through. Just so you can receive the knowledge. You get what I'm saying? World Trade Center is because it's a trade center. That's why it's so popular. Ports have all the stuff. You go down to the river bases in ancient times, they have all. Where you get this? This comes from India because they write off the trade port. So you got all the good stuff. All the good stuff come through there. Then he gave you the cedars of Lebanon. That's all the way in Zimbabwe, all the way in Egypt. Everybody used Lebanon. He gave you the best of everything so people can come and educate you. But learn not the ways of the nations where you take on their ways. You still got your ways, but you're getting an advantage to education now. Because in ancient times, we used to send our people to, the Greeks used to send our people to Morocco and to Egypt and Alexandria. They send your children off there to get educated. Now we send our children off to them to get educated. So backwards. So backwards. And that's what we got to remember. Continue reading, and we almost done. And I know I took a time, but something for.
Send my people out that they may serve me. For if you refuse to send my people, behold, tomorrow I shall bring a locust swarm into your border. They will cover the surface of the earth so that one will not be able to see the earth. and it will consume the remaining residue that was left to you by the hail.
Brother Chris, look up symbolism of locust on your phone. Symbolism of locust. Symbolism of locust. Type in symbolism of locust. And we're going to end it off that. Yeah, symbolism of locusts. All right. Ready? You want to read it or you want him? How you want to do it? All right.
What does locust mean? Locusts are certain species of short-horned grasshoppers in the family that have a swarming phase. No taxonomic distinction is made between locusts and grasshoppers.
Mm-hmm.
The basis for the definition is whether a species swarms under intermittently suitable conditions.
So it means that there's no real difference between them. It's just basically that they're going to form under the suitable conditions. That's the only difference. So the locusts and the swarms are forming under suitable conditions, right? So it means that a whole group of people is going to start to adapt. Go ahead.
Since locusts invade lands and crops, we may symbolize them as an interpretation of the union of man and nature. Locusts, like tornadoes, indicate a man that nature, like man, has a bad side, and that side may strike out at any time and absolutely ruin our well-being.
Who are they talking to? Pharaoh, the bad nature of Pharaoh, right? He's about to destroy everything he has, and nature's about to attack him. He's about to go into a primitive state. Yeah, everybody been angry, right? You ever been angry and you've been in the heat of argument and it lasted 10 minutes, right? How much damage did you do in 10 minutes? Huh? You come back, yo, boo, oh my gosh, y'all said that? No, I didn't say, I said, you a bitch, and you, oh, man. I said, you said that? Oh, man. I said, oh, I don't believe that stuff, baby. Dang, I said that. Like, you're destructive because there's a dark side inside of you. Yo, Pharaoh, I want to put locusts on you. But sometimes we're so busy in life, we can't see the signs. He's saying the inside of what you're doing is going to destroy everything. It's your dark nature that's going to come and it's going to cloud everything. It's going to eat up everything. It's going to devour everything. Ever try to come back after a spazzing session with your woman and you try to make it all right? Yeah, you got to wait. And then she might play like it's all right, but it ain't all right. You all right? It's all right. It's like the locust came and you give her a flower now and this is the stem. And she playing off a little bit. I like this, baby. It's a stem. Ain't got no bud on it. Like, thank you. And you're like, yeah, baby. Then you go out and do the same because you think everything is okay and it's not. You're trying to put together something that you destroyed. You devoured everything. Be cautious of your bullheadedness. But the idea and concept that I wanted you to feel today is just that. Play with the Torah, bro. I like brothers call it a sword, bro. That's fine because you're going to war with it. Call it your woman. Play with that thing. Explore the crevices. You get what I'm saying? Explore the crevices. Oh, baby, you got your nails done. Oh, I didn't see that before. Oh, okay. All right, what you saying? What you saying? Look at you all curvy. Oh, I didn't see that right there. Play with that thing. No one is acting up. No one is different. No one things are changing. That's your woman. That's your comfort zone. Because when your physical woman ain't working, go to your Torah. Like, oh, let me go in my book. Oh, man, this and that. And then you go see yourself calming down. But this is an art. It's an art. The Torah is a blank canvas. What are you painting on there? I'm going to give you a story. You tell me what you painted. You said burning bush. What that mean to you? All right. All right. Mm-hmm. All right. You see a burning bush. What do you see? Take your time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Take your time. It's his turn. It's his turn. Don't try to take his bush from him. But you see what I'm saying? It gotta mean something to you. So now when you see it, don't mean the burning bush. Y'all know about the burning bush? You know, he thought about it. His is still his generally. You know what I mean? It's good though. I'm not knocking it at all. But start investigating that stuff. My stuff ain't right either. I'm just saying I think a little more because I had more times to think about it. Yeah, I thought about it more and more. Burning bush. Ever heard of dendrites? They're like dendrites is a Latin word for trees. They're like nerves in your brain that starts to fire. When you got senses of enlightenment, they begin to light up. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's it. I know that's where we're going, right? But that don't mean I'm right? This is my perception. It's my perception. He said it light. But you know what I mean. So I just took it a little, and I fine-tuned it a little more. But that's where your mind gotta go. Take one verse. Even if you read one verse a day. What is this? What does that mean? Look at the words. Look at everything. You know when you see a tree. I think it was juniper. Prophet Elijah, when he was depressed and wanted God to take his life, he went to a juniper tree. He was like, yeah, he went to the juniper tree. No, bro. Symbolism of juniper tree. It means that the angels are watching you and God is protecting you. Continue on your journey. Thank you. Okay, damn. Yeah. We ain't talking about Jonah, that's Jonah. I'm talking about Elijah. So this is what I'm saying. Don't take it like it's just, you gotta pay attention to details. You gotta pay attention to details. If the Torah is your woman, if you gotta pay attention to details to see how everything's changing. Your wife left you, or your woman left you, or our women ain't feeling us because we ain't paying attention to their details. You know what I'm saying? She usually come in and put her key at the thing, and she don't put her key there. But you gotta know it because you're so busy in life, you know what? Babe, you don't put the key down. What happened? What happened, boo? Oh, I'm good. Baby, you're not good. What's wrong with you? You're not good. What's wrong with you? I'm good. Baby, come here, baby. What's wrong with you, baby? You okay? Stop. You know what I mean? Like, because that's what they want. They're not going to tell you what's wrong. They want you to figure that stuff out. The Bible is sexy. It's showing you a little cleavage. It's showing you cleavage. You ain't paying attention to it, so it's forsaking you. The Bible like this. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Twerking. It's twerking for you. And you look in the other direction. The Bible got the stuff for you. You need to fall in love. When I'm reading, I'm discovering stuff in my mind. In my mind, I'm discovering stuff. It might not be right to you or anybody else. But when my mind feel like I'm discovering, I'm like, oh, yeah. You know what I mean? I'm done. I'm coming clean to the evening. I got clean up. I got mine up for the night. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. Because you got to look for this stuff, man. You got to look for this stuff. You got to make love to this book. And that's all I want to say. Praise Yah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.